What's up, EJ Spark here, writer, music artist, rapper, streamer, music lover. Recently, I've been diving into artists and bands of genres that I don't typically listen to. Now, I do listen to a lot of music, but there are a few genres that I just haven't historically listened to as much. One of those genres especially being metal. So today's band I'm listening to for the first time ever is Falling in Reverse. As per usual, I listen to 2 or 3 of their songs just to get a feel of what this band is like. And as always, I read along with the lyrics to get a really great feel of what they're writing about. So before we get started, if you want to support me, you can listen to my music on all streaming platforms if you're interested in hip-hop based music. And of course, you could subscribe to the channel if you love music as much as I do, and follow me on my social media linked below. So without further ado, I'm going to start with one of their newest songs, Voices in My Head. Let's get it.
The voices in my head keep on telling me to pray, cause I'm spinning like a carousel.
Okay.
Begging me to stay. If I pull the trigger now, then the demons go away. And I know my time is coming, so there ain't no time to waste. Talk about the voices in my head keep telling me to choose us.
Bro, what is this? This is like, we got some hip hop drums coming in hot in here. I mean, that's definitely sounds like an 808 snare. I mean, so far, I'm loving the instrumental and I'm really digging the vocals too.
Please don't make this last forever. The voices in my head keep telling me I'm not okay. Don't make this last forever.
This turned into, this song is like a whirlwind to me. Like the first verse and the second verse, I guess, they start off like with these hip hop drums and like really smooth vocals, but then it really transitions into this big pre-chorus and chorus that's kind of completely different from the verses. I don't really know, but I really like it a lot. It's very epic and dramatic sounding. Is this necessarily metal? Like what? Wikipedia has them as post-hardcore, metalcore, hard rock, pop punk, rap metal, and electronica, which I could definitely see rap metal obviously in those first couple verses.
Voices in my head keep giving me the worst advice. Kamikaze crash like a she's don't make this last forever.
I really like that drop there where they're like, last forever. I'm really enjoying this so far. I think like the theme of the song, like voices in my head, tell me I'm insane, hard times, I hope this doesn't last forever. I want to talk about the drama, telling me I'm fine, but I know that's a lie. I think that's a pretty common theme, you know, within this genre. But they make it sound so epic. So sonically, I'm very much so enjoying this.
Voices in my head keep on telling me I'm cursed. I'm paranoid, I don't want to make it any worse. We're all gonna die. The voices in my head keep on telling me I'm cursed. I'm paranoid, I don't want to make it any worse. We're all gonna
This goes hard.
move.
What the hell am I listening to? Damn. All right, that song was nuts. I think that song had very much a roller coaster. I could hear like the rap metal and especially the metal like toward the end of the song and the bridge and the breakdown where the voice gets really low, but you still have that like, you know, the 808 and like kind of like some hip hop aspects to it. But, you know, especially in the breakdown, you start getting some screaming in there. But I really enjoyed that kind of screaming. If you know my videos, you know, sometimes the screaming gets a little too much for me, but like I think that right there was the perfect amount. So this song had me really hyped. This is a newer song, so I'm gonna listen to 2 older songs, but overall that was very good. I think it was big. I think it was epic. It had a lot of different twists and turns to the song that I normally don't hear within, I don't think, a lot of music in general. Like I said, I think the theme of like saying I'm crazy, you know, I'm losing my mind and stuff, I think that's pretty common, you know, it's not that far out there, but you know, they make it sound really good, and obviously it's still relatable to very many. So the next song I'm gonna listen to is Popular Monster, their most popular song.
Yeah. Wake up every morning with my head up in a daze. I'm not sure if I should say this, but I'll say it anyway. I battle with depression, but the question still remains: is this post-traumatic stressing or am I suppressing rage? Okay, yeah, I struggle with this bullshit every day, and it's probably because my demons simultaneously right. I'm about to break down.
Okay. Huh. I think the way that they like transform kind of like the more hip hop part of the song and how it morphs into the more metal part of the song, I think it's pretty genius on their part. And so far between the last song I listened to and this song, you know, it really transforms into this just big epic hook. I think as far as the lyrics go, like once again, it's about depression and is there something wrong with me and stuff. I think the lyrics have a little more diversity in it here. You know, it talks about his doctor says he's just trying to go through a phase, but he's suppressing rage and there's something seriously wrong with him. And I like the metaphor of him calling himself a popular monster. Obviously they're famous, but the writer has obviously done a lot of things in their past that they're apparently not proud of.
That I replace, I'm in a race against myself. I try to keep a step.
Oops. I think if you enjoy this, if you enjoy Falling in Reverse, I think if you're like a metal fan and you enjoy them, if you want something hip hop to listen to, like I think of NF or maybe Hobson when I hear this, or even Tech Nine, especially Tech Nine. I hear those three artists and like everyone on Strange Music, that like label. That's kind of what I think of when I hear this music.
I need to change a couple things, 'cause something is missing. What's a lie? Tell you everything is fine.
Damn, crashed my car just to feel again. They say they're so terrified to die, they fall asleep at the wheel again. Crash their car just to feel again. So like they're depressed and they've got so much maybe wrong in their head, but they're still really terrified of dying, which I think everybody's scared of dying. I think that's a pretty natural fear, but like when you're going through so much, it's just, I can only imagine how hard it is. Oh. Okay, so kind of actually a lot to unpack from that last half of the song. I think especially with their breakdowns, they show a lot of diversity in their music. Like they can do it, you know, with that touch of hip hop in there, and then they have, I don't know if it's one vocalist, someone let me know in the comments, but they can also scream, or they have another person that can scream. So you do have a lot of different dimensions of their music. Now, as far as the lyrics here, like we're sick and tired of wondering, praying to a God that you don't believe. You're searching for the truth in the lost and found, which is interesting because like the lost and found is typically, I think when I think of a lost and found, I just think of like, I don't know, hoodies, gloves, things like that people don't really need. So I think like when they're like, you're searching for the truth in the lost and found, like you're searching for the truth in the wrong place. So the question they ask, like, where is your God now? And as someone who wholeheartedly believes in God, I can empathize, like, you know, when you're going through hard times, how it is hard to believe in God. And, you know, it does get hard to keep that faith. But, you know, at the end of the day, for me personally, when I'm lost or going through a hard time, I still try to look to God to help. So the final song I'm going to listen to is Coming Home. See what they got. This is a big production. I like that he says hate must never win, even when we're worlds apart. Your love is not a sin, even if it's hard. You know, on Genius here, it says, you know, this line could be a tribute to the Orlando shooting victims as part of the LGBT plus community. Many people say that homosexuality is a sin, so he could be saying that it's not, or he could be saying that your passion for this music, the stuff that people call satanic, is not a sin. So, you know, there are these pretty big debates about this stuff. And, you know, for me, I agree. Hate must never win. Love who you love. I don't necessarily think music is satanic either. It's art. It's the way that people express themselves.
Initiating self-destruct sequence now.
That's like a big song with a lot going on. And if you know me, I do like a lot of simpler songs. Like, for example, Changes by XXXTentacion. Like, that song is as simple as it gets, but it's one of my favorite songs. And I think this song is great. I think it's epic. I think it really embodies like how they produce their music and how big it can really get. And then the lyricism in this song I thoroughly enjoy. I agree with a lot that he's saying. I think this says they're talking to his daughter, saying even when he's far from her with the band, he'll always be there. Very good sentiments there. Hate must never win, even when worlds apart. Your love's not a sin, even if it's hard. Like, I really enjoy the theme and what they're saying in this song. And I respect the hell out of what they're doing with the instrumental. I just think sonically, like Voices in My Head and Popular Monster, I think those are more my cup of tea when it comes to the music. But I can acknowledge like how good Coming Home is. But I think overall, from what I've heard from these 3 songs, I really, really enjoy Falling in Reverse. I like the different dimensions they put in their songs and the different flavors and spices that they put here and there, and their transitions from, kind of different subgenres into other subgenres within their music. As far as like the new bands I've heard, I'd put them right up there with like Ice Nine Kills and Bring Me the Horizon. Are you a Falling in Reverse fan? Let me know in the comments below, and let me know who I should listen to for the first time ever next. Give me some suggestions. As always, I appreciate you for coming. As always, subscribe to the channel and follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and Instagram at EJ Spark1. As always, you know what it is. Peace, love, I love s'mores, EJ, out.